No put it down, put them no way. No put it dead, Lord, away them and say. No bend down, just keep them to the ground. Ask and it make the girls them panic. Teach the youths them how to live. Teach the youths them how to survive. Hold your corner and save your life. And that's no jive.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Alrighty, so time here in SVG, it is 9:28, and this is our Talk to Us segment for today. And it is an open forum, so it means that if there's anything that you wish for us to talk about, you can go right ahead and give us a call. All right, and already we have somebody calling.
Hello, good morning.
It is 9:28, and this
Hello,
is
good morning.
Talk to Us segment.
Wait, hold on. Sorry about that.
Forum, so it means that if there's anything that you wish for us to talk about, you can go right ahead and give us a call. All right, so. Yeah, I think he was
Dave will call back.
All right, Dave, try calling back, please. There was a bit of a delay there. All right, so yes, it is open forum. Number to call.
Doc, you have to carry Roleza to Prospective Park. That's the correct name, right?
Wait a minute, Doc had to carry me. You had a whole taxi. You ever went?
No. Doc invited me. I went, so Doc have to invite you.
Oh, you went?
You go by yourself.
Maka went?
Yes, I did. I invited Maka on a special assignment and so forth.
Right?
I make sure give she the sweet bush.
you give her. No, you didn't get a piece of that. You do what? Stevia. Yes,
that's the name of it. Right?
You want me to let it taste?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let you taste the sweet bush.
Wait, it actually tastes sweet?
Yeah,
yes,
sweet.
It's a form of sweetness. Commercials from the Americas called stevia.
Okay.
Yes.
The first time
50 times sweeter than sugar.
Yeah.
But doesn't raise your blood sugar.
Also, it could be used as sugar substitute then?
It is a sugar substitute.
So you've been keeping this information to yourself? I've never heard you speak about this before, Doc.
Yeah, I speak about a lot of different things. I spoke about it to Maka. Listen, I introduced
Come
him
on,
to
Doc.
it.
Tell us about the sweet bush, man.
Especially since it could be used as a sugar substitute, then you've been keeping that to yourself.
All sorts of issues.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
How is Roleza? Yeah.
Roleza's fine.
I haven't had the opportunity to respond to you, listening to you for a while, just being able to listen and hearing you with certain comments. I was surprised.
Wait, hold a second. Dave, hold a second. You're saying hello, Roleza. That's Maka. And there's a guy named Gerald Thompson here. You didn't know I was here. You think she's on her own? Man, that's an insult. That's a damn insult and so forth. But anyways, all right, go ahead. Let me not stop you. Isn't no jealousy or put you on your place and so forth with that kind of disrespect. But go ahead.
All right, now, champion. I don't expect all of that from you. Yeah. So, I was going to say something about Roleza. And her response, I almost thought she was offended when the Governor General made his strong speech by saying my government, And I was surprised when she said she never heard that. Anyhow, that is history now. And I am happy some people responded to her and all of that stuff. Yeah, so I am happy to see that the issue of crime has become a topical issue on the WEFM. Hello?
It become topical?
Yes, I said that because at one time I got the impression that people were shying away from that. And I just want to say this. I just want to say this in response, though. I am not sure. I tried to listen this morning, and is it a commentary you have now or something else? It sounds like a different talk show. Anyhow, that's beside the point. And the things that came out, you know, I want to say that in my humble opinion, I am no specialist scientist, social scientist on the matter. But I still maintain that with this new breed of criminal elements in our society, it still has to do with the broken homes you came from. Repeat, it still has to do with the broken homes you came from. Because some children are born in this world and they want to know if they have parents or guardians, and really they grow up. And I in my time, I knew the elements. I knew. I hope I had a friend who befriended me. He was a constant regular prisoner while I was on my feet, and he befriended me because he always, you know, this is a guy I'm talking about, for whatever reason, admired the way I dressed and all of that and so on. And he made certain confessions to me about his time in prison and what prison life is all about. And I always tried to, you know, talk to him and put him on the right track. But all that is history. We have a new breed of criminals. But hear what I say. I still maintain. I mean, how Roleza didn't, you know, where was Roleza born? I mean, I am saying how she didn't become a criminal. Oh, and now I'm hearing women are forming, according to our Minister of Security, National Security now, Honorable Sinclair Leacock. Yes, I heard he made certain disclosures, and I'm amazed that women have become an integral part, and some of them are afraid they can't get out. So how did all this happen? I'm just attributing.
I'm curious. How do you describe a broken home, though? What's your description of a broken home?
When you have no mother, no father, and single parent. That's how I see it. I might be wrong. Let the scientists prove me right.
Because the reason why I ask is because I know that you have a particular position with regards to single parent homes. But you just asked a question as well. How is it that I did not become a criminal? I came from a single parent home.
Well, and by the way, you might never put me onto your mother. You never get me connected to your mother.
All right. I could do that.
When you touch that, you touch a personal thing for me. Because we used to converse, and I know the history. Remember?
Yeah. So the point that I was trying to emphasize: there are children or there are criminals who come from homes, who come from good homes, right? So we can't just pinpoint and say it's from broken homes or from broken homes because. Or in your definition of what a broken home is.
Dave, could I also ask you a question?
You don't have to agree with me, you know. I know,
but Dave,
that's it, right.
Sorry, Dave.
Precise statement.
I know, but Dave, I know, but let me ask you something. Do you also agree, if we were in America, Canada, England, that criminals come from black homes?
Of course.
The majority of criminals come from black homes.
We should know the history. We should know the history of that. You as a black man going to the United States, well, in England at one time, I consider you an Englishman. And we should know the history of black people in those countries. And I notice now we are glad to compare ourselves with people in America and England and so on. And you know, so we have become more. What should I say? More wise or what? But the important thing is getting it right and getting. Do you believe, for instance, the general question is there a solution to what is taking place in Zimbabwe and the Grenades? Answer me that question, doctor.
Dave, I asked you that question because I don't believe in those particular facts. They are facts that are stuffed down our throat. But in terms of people who are committing crimes, who are not caught, who are not brought up for charges, who are given a lighter hand, or have great lawyers and so forth, and then basically get off. Whereas if, we look at the statistics that there may be more black people who are in jail. You understand? And so forth. But
I understand that long time.
Right.
There's a history behind that. Yeah. Could you explain the history for that?
Yes, I'm agreeing with you with the history, but I'm also digging a little deeper in terms of the thinking that black people are therefore major crime committers, and that white persons are not.
I don't buy that.
So I don't accept
thank you very much.
But thank you very much. You've seen a reversal because at first it seems as you were saying you agree with it. No.
I said notice like a lot of people are. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye, Dave. All right. So the phone lines are open. It's an open forum to talk on anything that you wish to. Number to call is 457-9997.
People always talk about jobs. These youngsters can't find jobs and all that. I don't think that is the case. There are a lot of jobs out there, but it's just hard to get them to take up a job.
Part of it is being self-motivated. Part of it was a conversation that we brought up before about many of them don't need to work as hard as their parents and grandparents did because we have provided for them, right? Part of it also has to do with this whole issue of, I know that there's an expression that they use that we live in a microwave culture where everything is instant, right? We want everything that's instant. So in terms of, let's say, working hard to be able to achieve the things that you want, some of them want that instant gratification.
Roleza, I'm not sure. I left St. Vincent to go to England when I was 20 years old, go back to England. And I got a job. I was broke. I got a job in a car battery making factory. My job was to scrape the battery so there's no edges to the rubber that is there. And when I coughed, a whole set of black stuff was coming out of my mouth and so forth. And I tell you something, I didn't want that. I needed the money, but I didn't want that job. The money was poor. The money was terrible.
But did you go and find another job?
Let me tell you, I fired that job.
But did you go and find another job?
I tried to find out. Let me just say this call. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Listen, like Compton is a journalist, right?
He is, yes.
Yes. I know something will make me sick. This morning came and said, the police guy said there is gangsters in gang. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He did not say that. He said there is no gang in
Yeah, but just to there is an interview that we did with Major Leacock on Cop Chat a few weeks ago, and I remember directly asking him the question if we have gangs, and he did confirm that we have gangs. All right, so
it's not. I'm not talking about the top. I'm talking about, but what I said that I forget the call. He said a good job somebody said some name like that.
Yeah, whose wording are we going to want to accept in this case? Huh?
Oh, all right. So don't let it out. All right then.
Wait. So say it again. Well, no, because I asked Major. He is the Minister of National Security, and I posed the question to him, and he said, "Yes, we have gangs." He didn't mince his words.
Well, the high-ranking police came on and said, "Not the time with the former administration." That's what I'm saying. But all I'm saying, he must get it. Yeah, he must say the right thing.
All right. So you're accepting it?
Accepting what?
That we have gangs, or is it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. You're troublesome bad enough. All right. Have a good one. All right. Doc, you were saying?
Yes. I was just making the point that a lot of it is also self-esteem. We look around. That's why the kids will wear Air Jordans, or they will wear some nice clothes and so forth. Society looks at them, girls look at them and so forth. And somehow or the other, they may not necessarily take a particular type of job because their projection and forecasting of where they want to be is slightly different. Is that they may not have achieved it, and they haven't learned the steps. Well, do those things first and get a job to make some money, and so
and then they move on.
Right.
And that is what's me tell you. And that is why they may be influenced by, well, take a sideline and go and do something that will make you some quick money. Yes, and that may be illegal because of that lure. And this is true of society. That's why you had Al Capone and the mob and so forth, those kind of opportunities available. So telling all youth to basically do that, it can be a bit of a challenge, because as one, you see somebody else making out, having a fast car, having these sort of things, blinging and so forth. They somewhat want that too. They aspire for that too.
So you're agreeing with me?
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
You know, they aspire for that too. And so therefore, the initial steps of taking a job ain't going to lead to them getting that. Just to put some money in their pocket. They will say, no, I am not going to do that right now.
So taking step by step.
They're not
take what you get until you get what you want. That is what would need to happen to some of them.
I recall when I was in England, I fired that job.
Good morning, Kojo.
I work in a juvenile center here too, so I've seen the age group that comes into the prison.
Yeah.
And I will tell you the truth, a lot of these kids that come in for crimes, they are committed in the name of the adult. Because the kid is less likely to go and do hard time. So the adult using the kids to commit the crimes that they want to commit. Because a kid will go now, everybody cry, oh, you're only 10 years old, oh, you're only 6. We cannot take it.
And his sentence would be less, yeah.
Right. And there's really more than start. The more than you start when you don't get big enough. The more than start in the primary school, well, here's, you know, and the more those kids, they bribe those kids with money. Look at the kids and who's spending big money at an early age in their life. I wonder where they're getting that kind of money from. Parents, you gotta watch these things. These are the signs where the child is going in an opposite direction of what you probably teaching them. It has nothing to do. Yes, some of them is poor in poor family thing, but it has nothing to. When I was going to school, I had two brothers. Their father was 7 days at them, so they came to preacher. They were bad than me. They commit all kind of crimes.
Yeah.
So they have to send them out to St. Vincent because they were heading straight for jail. They can't continue that way. So sometimes it's not the family structure alone that's the problem. It's the people who influence them, because sometimes if you don't allow your child to talk to you on every matter, you have a problem because that child is going to talk to somebody to get that answer. And the person who they're talking to don't have the interest of that child as much as you as a parent. And I'll tell you, watch that money spending. Watch your children, how they're spending. Watch your child coming home with all kind of gadget and you can't afford it.
Even a pencil. Mother would have sent you straight back with the pencil.
Well, I think anything, even when my mother opened my pocket and found something, even if I find it on the street, I can't convince she enough to tell her, I pick it up on the ground. She tell me, take it back and put it back on the ground before I get it.
Yeah.
She didn't want you to accept that at all. She wasn't accepting nothing foreign that she didn't give you. Once she didn't put it out on the table and say, that is yours, when you come home with anything, you have to take it back. Matter of fact, I remember one time my mother took me to school and tell the teacher this should be done. My mother is not a beater, my mother don't beat, but my mother was so angry she wanted to beat me in school.
But Kojo, this goes also way beyond crime and drugs and so forth. It also goes along sexual.
Well, but
somebody who's criminal, what's where they getting that from, for what, you know, and so forth. So you got to look at those angles too, you know.
For both girls and the boys.
The girl, yes, the girl's bringing home. She's bringing skirts, and so is she getting that money? Who's giving her that?
When you see the boys come home with the new shoes as well, yeah, it goes for both girls and boys. Yeah.
But you know, a lot of the crimes, a lot of times the ladies and them who carry the gun, the man and them don't carry the gun. The man don't have a purse.
Yeah.
Check them big bag of them purse. They have gun and thing in it. I talking about okay.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta watch those things. Trust me, you gotta watch those.
And that's why.
And you see this.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Gang ain't just starting up. A lot of people trying to hide this thing. Back in the day, we had a thing called hell. They used to call hell something. When you go to primary secondary school, a lot of times you have to run because the two gang meet up in the fair and it's fight.
Yeah.
But past that gang, Calicut gang, this gang.
But is it that what's happening now is at another level? I mean, I don't know.
Excuse me. That's the foundation. Things probably take a while to get to a level, but once you start that foundation and you mash up the foundation, it just built. You just have to build an internal. The foundation is there already. You know?
Yeah.
It's not a social club.
All right, Kojo.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, Kojo. All right.
I'm wondering if it's a case that we need stiffer penalty. So
They
that we could
have
send a message outside.
For the youth or general or what? I'm not
general.
The laws were changed recently. You know, they were amended recently to have stiffer penalties, especially in relation to gun-related activities. So, that's why when we had the conversation with Life with deterrent, punishment and deterrent. Something could be a punishment, but it may not necessarily be a deterrent. You know, so
that is needed, but it's really economic. It's the economy. It's what you do really in relation to the economy. There are many, many factors, but I think that's one of the main factors. If you have a thriving economy and people are able to see and project themselves in a particular way, moving up from an economic point of view, you know them. If not, I think that this affects both rich and poor. People who are used to certain things don't having it anymore because money is not available. I think there's a tendency to look for other means of making money, other means of supplementing your income. You know, sadly, if a woman is not in, how does she then decide she's going to do favors or live with prostitute? A male similarly, or if you're doing 2-3 jobs, as has often been the case in places like America, you know, people doing 2-3 jobs on weekends, they can't be home with their kids and so forth. Could you say it's been tough on a lot of people? So when economies are rolling and people are making money and so forth, I think it changes the projection. You know, become a little more conservative.
Interesting how you put that, but sometimes even in better economies, the nature of the type of frame changes. All right, I just see somebody saying here the gang coach is referencing what's called the Hilltown Posse. All right, so I guess that's a bit of history there for me. I never knew about that. So thank you for that to the person who mentioned that. All righty, so with that, we are heading on out of this segment, and let's head straight into today's community dateline, and then we'll be back to sign out for today.
Nothing else sounds as good as WEFM.